Yeah, I'm Ben. I'm 31. I work in software, and I have done for a little while. I've been kind of in and out of it. My main struggles, mental health wise, are super intense anxiety and manic depression.
So I'm Cherokee. I'm Ben's mum.
Hello, my name's Paul Bradley. Married to Cherokee Bradley, and Ben Taylor's my stepson. Married Cherokee 23 years ago this month.
I first probably noticed that I was depressed, or what that meant really, when I was 16. And it's this idea that, I don't know, there's this, everyone has, well not everyone, but a lot of people have a voice in their head that talks to them, I guess, whether it be positive or negative. Mine always seemed to be negative, and always seemed to tell me that, and still does to this day, I guess, that I'm worthless. I don't do anything positive for the world, or anything I try to do is not worth trying. And I think 16 is the first moment in my life where that kind of beat me down to the point where I'm like, I'm done with this.
Ben's had quite a journey with his mental health. I would say right now he's in quite a good place, and it's lovely to see. But it's took a long time to get there. I think it all started in his late teens, and we started to see a huge difference in Ben. He became quite distant to the family, which wasn't like him. We're a very close family, and he was always really close to me.
Obviously Ben came into my life first. Ben was 7.5 when I met him, and he was just, and still is, such a gentle, kind-hearted person. He'd just gone through his life when he was younger, Ben, being his jolly, happy self, liking football, liking his games, various things. And I never really understood or thought about mental health in any kind of way. And I suppose I emphasised on Ben leading up to that was because throughout his life, and still to this day, he manages it better today, but has had some real roller coaster rides.
Which causes you to just, I don't know, you lose motivation. It feels like you're under a spell a little bit when these things happen with us. Yeah, it's your voice in your head talking to you, but it's not you. It's like not. It's a different version of you. The worst version of yourself. I don't know. You turn into like a little kid, being told off by yourself for doing nothing wrong, and you believe it. It's such a strange feeling.
If I'm honest and truthful, I was very rude about mental health and the awareness of it when I didn't really understand why he was suffering or why he was struggling. Obviously years go by and you learn things yourself, I suppose, and you start to pick up and realise how important it is to listen.
And I could sense a change. He moved out of home for his first time when he was about 21, and I saw a huge decline at that point. He wasn't opening up, and he wasn't talking to me. I rarely saw him. I found out he wasn't going to work. And eventually I just tried to talk to him about everything that I've been noticing, and he did open up and he broke down, and I said, it might be a good idea to come home. And he came home at that point.
But yeah, 16 was probably the first time I noticed, but I didn't really tell anyone or seek any help at all. I just kind of got like a I don't care attitude towards life. Yeah, and throughout my teens it was on and off.
Fast forward maybe 2, 3, 5 years when he starts getting older, it was more recognisable that he was struggling in a big way, massive way. Just couldn't get out of bed, didn't really want to function on just general day-to-day tasks. And again, I think my personal feelings on it at the time still wasn't really understanding what he had to be down about, and that's me looking at it in an ignorant, rude way, because I wasn't really still understanding it. Because I just thought of it as, wow, what an amazing family we have growing up together. We have everything. What we don't need anything. It was just everything was perfect. But yeah, kind of like jumping back forward to what I was talking about, his daily life struggles just became more and more apparent. And really, I personally started to realise that I just need to be there for him to listen to be a shoulder to cry on. And yes, I was there for them, for him, for them reasons, but then realised it had to be Ben himself wanting to get help, if you want, or to try and deal with it better himself.
Came home at that point, which was really essential, and he was off work then for about 3 or 4 months with severe mental health issues. That was quite a journey for both of us. We went through doctors, we went through medication, nothing seemed to work, and I didn't know what to do as a mum. He wanted to commit suicide at that point, which was incredibly upsetting, and I felt like I couldn't do anything. So you feel really helpless. I felt really helpless as a mother, and I just wanted him to be happy. One day we were chatting.
Yeah, I think with it, you start to hurt people around you that you don't want to hurt, and you pull away from family members and friends, and you just act in a way that isn't how you want to portray yourself, and you know you're doing it because you wake up every day and think, majoritively, I want to do better. But you don't, because there's this that voice continuously says that, you know, you shouldn't, you don't deserve to do better. Yeah, so it's...
Around that time I also found, well, I've been making music all my life, but I found I really dug into writing lyrics because I used to play drums. Writing lyrics, and then subsequently making music as a solo act. Yeah, and that just felt like freeing at the time, I think, because everything else felt like it felt like a trap. It felt like a cage. I felt like I was caged in by my mind, caged in by my job. So being able to express myself through music really helped me. And I think there's this idea that things get better when you talk or reach out. They do, and that is an important thing. But I think sometimes the first stage of reaching out is not actually going personally one-to-one with someone. It's expressing yourself through something, whether it just be for you. You're like reaching out. That is reaching out as well. because you're talking about it. Whether that just be to a piece of paper, it's still reaching out, and I think that's, yeah, I don't think people mention that enough when they talk about you need to talk, you need to reach out. Yeah, you do, and you do need to, but sometimes you need to build up the courage to get there. And music helped me do that, I think. Anyway, but I know people who art helps them do that. It doesn't even have to be through words, you know, just filmmaking, anything, like writing.
Part of a deflated youth that's a liberating truth and anticipating proof that we're not all living the greatest spoof ever created in human history. I smoked a fat spliff and had an epiphany. We are literally instrument in someone else's symphony, conducted by the leader, orchestrated to infinity. We all pitifully fall through life like the particles in electricity. I can't take it physically, I can't break it mentally. Body and mind for so out of time, I can't face what's ahead of me. The hands that tick become my enemy as the night creeps on through the daylight. Eventually, on my face to hide the distaste. Being happy with the world around me is something I pretend to be. The pain has no end for me. Maybe it's because I intensively and defensively search the depths of my being deeper than the demons ever could. Connections that run thicker than blood, meaning me and my brothers are never stuck in the mud. Being the voice of reason and choice is something I intend to be. The sadistic system that we live in got me sick of listening to the villains. We're all statistic victims, are you kidding? Capitalistic sickness, are you with them? Are they really proud to protect?
Dips in personality, I guess, where I feel like, I don't know, I feel like an alien in my own body. It's weird, I'm under a spell and I'm not being controlled by me, controlled by this, like, it is me but it's not me. It's like an alter ego that I don't control. It's like a personification of me that is only in my head and, yeah, doesn't want me to succeed in anything. But yeah, if you sit, these things still happen, but they happen a lot less because you get to the root cause of why you feel some way. I think with the right support network around you and the right tools, which can be learned, things can get a lot better. And when a dip comes, you get to, you know, that word reaching out, it becomes enough once you have the tools. Before that, yeah, it's important to have a really good support network around you, which I guess not everyone controls, and I'm very lucky to have. I have my amazing family who support me incredibly. And I think if you suffer from mental health as a man and you're in a mainly male-dominated friend group, be brave. Be the guy to talk about it. Tell people, I feel anxious today. I'm depressed. I don't want to do this. Just say it out loud, because that's how we break the stigma in men's mental health, by being an advocate for it, by being brave to your friends, because everyone can be brave to the family. I get it. It's a different. Yeah, talk to your friends. Don't be afraid of being shut down, but it definitely can get better. But yeah, be brave, put the work in, and find what makes you shine. I think that's a really important thing.
Tell me something silly, are you really feeling?
Oh my god, Cobweb City!